Well, hello and hello and hello. So I'm here with the original gospel artist in Dominica, the one that I grew up on, and I'm just hanging out, chit-chatting with him. He is Jerry Lloyd. After all, I couldn't come to Dominica and don't meet up with Jerry Lloyd. You know how many times I mess up Jerry Lloyd songs? Just making up my own words. And of course, Charlotte, Jeremy, Coffee is another one, and we did that together. So, Mr. Jerry Lloyd, good afternoon to you. It's nice catching up with you.
Good afternoon, Joanne, and nice meeting you too. It's good to have you here. Welcome back to the sunshine this side of Earth, and of course the waterfalls and all everything that belongs to the nature island. It's nice to be in touch again and to actually meet you in person here in Dominica.
I know it's been a while, and you look well. You haven't aged. What is the secret? Oh, the nature aisle. Sorry, the nature
The grace
aisle.
of God, actually.
And
Yes.
the grace of God. Okay. Well, like I said, I grew up listening to you, and I remember having is a broomstick or a mop for my mic. And I said, confirmation. What is the song? Help me. You're not going to be conformity, transformation. You choose the world, or. So he was just basically talking about this one or the other, and I really love that one. And then the first one was try Jesus. Yeah. So.
That's a while ago.
So what you up to? What you doing?
Here by profession, teaching, and still working on, still making music, still performing.
So you teaching?
Yes, I am.
But Jerry, you look like a very strict teacher.
I should be.
You should be. But we have something together. I'm a teacher. I'm a very strict teacher.
Okay.
But my kids these days, they say, Miss, you're doing too much.
Well, after a while, they kind of get that, but it sometimes comes from people who are learning and taking on responsibility, so it's a good thing.
Okay. So what grades are you teaching? Forms, I should say.
Well, from 3, 4, 5, that's 9, 10, 11th grade.
9, 10, 11 grade. Ninth grade is our most challenging grade. Is that for you? And you're at an all-boys school.
Yes, all boys.
Oh, so you're in a perfect place. Oh my goodness. You're in a perfect place because I have, co-ed, boys and girls, and my boys are the better behaved of the two. My girls are.
Interesting.
So you're in a good place. I let me say I envy you. I wish all my students were boys.
Well, I have had co-ed experience for most of my teaching, so
Okay.
that this is the newest thing as far as who my teach is concerned. But at the end of the day, you disseminate information, you impact lives, and if you do good at what you do, then at least the impact lasts and you get to see people live and move and become.
Yeah.
That for me is the thanks that I get as a teacher.
Good. So you see some of your students walking the streets and
Absolutely.
And you
or governing the country. I've been at this for a while.
Oh wow. And you feel a sense of pride that I taught that one.
Yes.
It's one of the things that I always say, even though, teachers, I don't think that we are highly recognized and regarded and, as doctors and lawyers and stuff. But then I said, had it not been for us, where would they come from?
Absolutely. Well, actually, we make these people.
We make them.
I've always thought when a student sits before me, I could make a bomb, I could make a criminal, or I could make an upstanding citizen.
Yes.
And so in that sense of speaking, we make the choice. And we give apart from the regular lessons, because it's the guiding more than just the lessons. As a matter of fact, for me, I'm of the persuasion that if you take a 10th grader, the person in 10th grade, basically speaking, has proven that they can handle 10th grade material. So what do we really do? Teach them the material? No, our job is to pull them away from distraction, show them their ability, and keep reminding them through the process so that they can brave the weather and become what they need to.
We are change agents. We are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do we teach them what they need to know in the sense that they're moving on while they go through the stages of development.
Right.
Because, like you mentioned, the different grade level. Each grade level has these different behaviors and stages that you have to you have to address.
Yes.
Because that's why I said ninth grade is the most challenging for us, because we have the transitioning from a preteen to a teen.
Yes.
And they
yes.
have
The
all
puberty
puberty
thing is just coming on.
adulthood, and they're no longer a child, and they think they're grown, and we have to go in there. We have to understand that while teaching them math and English.
Yes.
So most of it, especially right now with the advanced age of technology, we have them. When we look at them, we say, when we were at that age, we didn't have all of this. And it can be an addition, an enhancement to learning, or it can be a distraction.
Absolutely. And I one of the things that we get to do is to cut across the divide and show them the difference, so that at least they know where to go with the use of these things as they progress.
Let me ask you this. In the U.S., for the past 7 years, I worked at a alternative school, which is a behavior school.
Right.
And so no cell phones were allowed, no makeup, no jewelry, no backpack, anything. Now I'm in a regular school, and everything is allowed. Everything. They could come as they want, how they want, and all the technology. And the technology is a major distraction for us, and it impedes learning. How is that in your school? Is cell phones allowed?
To some degree now, yes, and that has become more prevalent since after Hurricane Maria, and more specifically during the pandemic, because we were forced to put online learning.
Okay.
So these have created that. So you find more and more aspects of learning include online, whether researching or devices within the school system.
Okay.
I do find though, like there is an affinity for video games, which are so addictive and distracting, and so we have that to compete against, if you please, and to try to keep minds focused on the issue at hand, if you please.
And it's also kind of, I see in that area, while it helps, it's also, let me see, cheating. Like some of Google hustlers, they want to Google everything, and not really use the thinking process to that. So sometimes I don't know if they, sometimes you're that smart, or if
right. For me, I'll send them for the information, but when it comes to the process of teaching, I challenge the information, and so it's easy to just roll off the tongue something that you're reading or something that you caught on Google. But can you take that same thing, spin it, if you please, and now apply it to something around you? And that is what fosters and indicates the understanding.
Yes, functional based assessment. I like those where you can assess the hands-on stuff as opposed to just you go home. And some kids, some parents even really do. During the pandemic, you had some parents who were even helping the kids with their work and stuff.
Helping, if not blatantly doing the work.
Doing it. I can tell you one thing. I had this math teacher, and he was allowing his class to do the exam on the computer.
Right.
But when he realized that the parent was doing the homework or the work, he said, okay, this particular child will not have one. So he was doing a test, and he didn't give the child a test, but the test was completed online, because we still put the test online, because we have that, what do you call it, that platform where we could do everything online. So we could either give you a paper or you could do it online.
Yes.
Anyway, this particular child did not have the completed online version, but it was completed while the child was sitting in class. So who is this parent helping? So where we have that. Okay, so well, that's good to know about your profession, and I just know that I'll be scared to have you for a teacher. You'd be too serious, because I know for me, I was a clown in high school, and I joked around. I was learning though.
Yes.
I was learning, but I like to learn with fun. It's my way of learning. I could take anything and make a joke, and I remember that joke. Okay, but do you sing in the classroom?
Seldom at this point.
Are you able to use music or singing in trying to get your kids to learn?
I can.
Have you thought about it?
As it stands now, I've never done it where I am now. Previously in teaching, I have. And it's good that you mention it, because now I just need to rethink the process and get it in there.
Okay, I'm an English teacher, and most of the kids do not like to read, they do not like to write. Most of the boys, when you ask them what is it that they want to do when they grow up or when finish school, they want to be a rapper.
Right.
Okay, you are going to rap. What are you going to rap? So now, can we write your rap for me? So, and if you do, that's an essay or poetic,
absolutely.
so we could grade that, and then they can do that. So we challenge them. I want you to learn. So what is it that you're natural at? So I'm coming to use that. So forget my topic, forget my writing prompt. I want to know what is it that you want. Right, flow for me. And then you have one or two who would do it and say, Miss, listen to this, and they would rap. So I use music in that. All right, so that's the teaching profession.
With me, most of the music I've done, I use at assemblies every now and then, because as the year goes by, different classes have to do that. So when my turn comes up, when my class turn comes up, I do some singing. But re-inculcating that in the classroom is an interesting idea, and I will give that some thought and application.
In this day and age, versatility. All right, Mr. Lloyd.